I mean, feel like what it means to me now versus what it meant to me when I wrote it is kind of different. The vibe is the same, but it kind of like, it changes, doesn't it? And things kind of, they like mean different things to you after a while. But I suppose it's just like, it's social commentary, I think is the way it's been best described, and then just like a message to myself to kind of be a little bit better and like realise my position. It was a bit of a tricky one when I was doing it, because this feels weird for me to write about, because like, I don't have it that difficult. I'm like a white straight man, and that's quite an easy place to come from. It's about me kind of realising that, figuring out how to kind of be better in that situation. Generally the way it goes is I have a song idea, I write my guitar part, my lyrics. Like before, me and Aubrey, bass player, we were living together, so that was quite a nice workflow, kind of just bring stuff straight to him. They just kind of do their thing. I don't really have to give them much for them to kind of come up with something that just is probably way better than I could do on my own. With this one, it was no different really. In fact, I think, yeah, I feel like we were doing a gig and we were in like a rehearsal the like night before or something. I just kind of like played the song, and then it just kind of happened in the room. And then it was a thing, you know what I mean? I think we might have actually played it the next day. I don't really know what started that off. I mean, like, I don't really like playing to a click track or anything like that. Feels nice for the time to kind of move. But as for where it come from, I don't really know. I feel like in this track, it might have been Liam's suggestion to just be like, oh, right, okay, yeah. Or maybe it just like kind of felt like it should speed up, and it did, rather than a kind of like, oh, we're going to change like a tempo here. I think it just kind of did it. But then we've done it before as well. I don't know where it comes from, to be honest, but yeah, it just kind of happens, I suppose. You give a healthy smile in a not so healthy way. I mean, initially, I think it was quite difficult to like get it all sorted out and stuff because of the pandemic. But we got there in the end, and Hub hooked it up and did an amazing job, as they do. I recorded it in Totnes, which is like this little town near whereby I live. They've got like this old, like, it's like a pub, but above it, it's like an old ballroom. And I remember when I was like, 18, 19, I would go and have drinks there, and like they would have DJ nights on, they would have bands and stuff. But because of the pandemic, they've now made that into a studio, and we recorded in there, and it was just like such a lovely place to record. You know what I mean? Massive high ceilings, there's like chandeliers and stuff like that, but it's like a crazy room to record in. And Jimmy and Tommy, who are the producers on the track, I know them both personally, and they were just lovely to work with as well. They just made everything just kind of, yeah, I don't know, it's just a little bit of a vibe. The room just felt really good. I feel like I've been through a lot of different genres, especially because like I didn't really start writing songs until I came to Bristol, which was like nearly 3 years ago now. I just kind of played guitar. So like when I first started out, I started playing like rock and blues like you do as a guitarist. And then I started playing loads of country music. I got really into country for some reason. Then I started playing disco, R&B, and then like the disco and the R&B kind of turned into jazz and that sort of stuff. But yeah, I feel like the music I love the most and I try and draw from is like that kind of like 90s neo-soul kind of thing, like D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, that kind of thing. Like I love that kind of music. So I suppose that's where I try and draw from. But I don't think it ends up sounding like that, But I feel like it kind of ends up just sounding like a big melting pot of something. But, I suppose that just ends up being your own thing, I suppose. But yeah, I don't think it ends up sounding like those things, but they're definitely where I draw the inspiration from. Whatever I do, and like, it doesn't matter what the music's about, as long as someone feels something towards the music I write, that's fine, right? Whether it makes them feel happy or sad or emotional, or like it's a political message, or it just makes them dance, or whatever it does, as long as it makes people feel good. Not even good, as long as it makes them feel something, I suppose that's the thing. As for future, I really want to gig again. want to get out and do that. Like, that feels like a thing. I feel like we're on a bit of a roll when the pandemic happened. I feel like it's time to kind of do that again. And obviously get back in the studio as soon as possible and make more singles.
'Cause he don't look the same as you.